Well, we are a little under 2 weeks away from the start of the regular season for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and joining us now to give us an update on everything going on at training camp is Toronto Sun Maple Leafs writer Terry Koshan. And Terry, we got to start with the news of Rasmussen, who finally has a contract, agreeing to a 2-year deal worth $1.4 million per season. It was months of will he or won't he sign on the dotted line. What has changed that has him now ready to report to camp?
Well, what has changed, Rob, is injuries among the defensemen. This is more or less the same contract the Leafs have been offering all summer long, and for whatever reason, Sandin didn't think it was good enough for him, or at least that was the advice he would have been getting from his agent, Louis Gross. But, you've got injuries already. Timothy Liljegren having the hernia surgery on the eve of camp. Jake Muzzin experiencing back discomfort, and then Wednesday night against Montreal, you have Jordy Ben going out with the groin issue and Carl Dahlstrom with the shoulder. So there are spots open. And listen, the Leafs have been saying all along, it does Sandin no good to be waiting at home in Sweden for something to happen contract-wise. He needs to be here in camp. He's young. These are good development days for him. And really, the Leafs saying today that Sandin sees a bit of the writing on the wall with these injuries now and the spots opening up, potential spots. So it behooved him to get this done. It's done. It's a little minor headache out of the way. And, I think the good thing is, Rob, there's enough time here for Sandin, enough runway to get up to speed before the regular season starts.
Yeah, definitely good timing for him to get back into the lineup. The Maple Leafs picking up a 3-0 win over Montreal in their last preseason game. We finally saw the debut of Matt Murray making 16 saves in 40 minutes of action. What did you make of his first start in blue and white?
Solid night. Exactly the same as Ilya Samsonov last Saturday against Ottawa. Square to the puck. I thought structurally and technically, Matt Murray looked good last night, Rob. He didn't have a real ton of scrambling around him. Even the Leafs defense down to 4 and having to use Calle Jarnkrok and Alex Kerfoot on the blue line, that wasn't a real detriment. And then, Källgren coming in and mopping up in the third. But it's a great sign mentally for Leafs and their fans to not only see what Samsonov did last week, but then Matt Murray followed up last night. Just a good outing for him. He said he had a blast. And I think in the post-game interviews with him, there was a bit of relief you could sense that it just went as well as it did. And, on to the next one. 4 preseason games left now, Rob. And we know that the Samsonov will start in Belleville on Friday night against Ottawa. They're going to get 2 each, Murray and Samsonov here. But a good start at both ends with each of these guys coming in. Goaltending's the biggest question mark. And it's early and everything, but so far these two have both brought a bit of a silence to that area. So it's a good start for Matt Murray last night.
So in that same preseason game, Nick Robertson and Dennis Maligan both scoring. These two are definitely making an impression at camp. Who do you think has the leg up on potentially cracking the opening night roster?
Well, they're similar type players. Neither is a big man. They both have offensive capabilities, and I would say they're both vying for a top 6 spot right now. We've seen Maligan get that chance. With John Tavares out, you're going to be moving some things around, but that role is best suited to Nick Robertson as well. It's hard to say right now who has the better chance because, like I say, they're both quick. Neither is big. They both have. We saw the offensive skill last night of both of them. A nice play by Robertson to score, and then Maligan to find open ice later on a power play to pop the puck in the net on a nice tic-tac-toe passing play. So, they're in the running. There's no doubt about it. Nick Robertson's a guy who, doesn't want to go back to the minors for more apprenticing with the Marlies. Maligan's a guy who, signed a one-year deal with the Leafs, of course, in the offseason, put in his time in Europe, had a good couple of years in the Swiss League, and looks like he's ready to resume his NHL career. So both a couple of good options for Sheldon Keefe as the injuries continue to mount it forward. And really, you have to like the effort that both brought last night.
Well, lots of storylines so far at camp and plenty more to come. To find all of Terry Koshan's work, head over to the Toronto Sun.